Change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Van Orden. Today I'm going to bring you into a conversation I'm having with a friend who's having some challenges running. And we're going to tease out some tips, tricks, tools, and tactics to help you when you are stuck and don't want to run. You heard me say in one of my videos that I'll often run out to a particular point and then turn around and run back, and that I use that as a strategy to change how I'm framing or viewing the run. And yes, I do that quite often. It's one of my tactics, I guess you'd call it. And to describe that a little further, what it entails, if I don't feel that I have the strength or the energy or the will or desire to engage in a big challenging run, and the decision maker, the one that's got to get dressed and in the car and then drive to the trailhead, that person, the one that is not running, but the one that is preparing for the run, that person may say, I can't do it. I can't do what is on my schedule today, what's on my plan. I've got this much energy and I really need to be there. So let's scrap it. So rather than coming to that conclusion that it can't be done, I will do these point of no return runs. And I kind of got this idea from the movie Gattaca with Ethan Hawke and Jude Law. And one of them is a biologically natural human, and the other is a genetically engineered human, but yet they're brothers. And they do this swimming competition. There's like this rivalry between them. And the genetically engineered brother often wins, except towards the end of the movie, the natural brother wins. And the genetically engineered brother is just baffled by this. How could you, a flawed, natural human being, beat me, genetic perfection? Because what they would do is they would swim out to a certain point and turn back. And Ethan Hawke, the natural one, says, because I'd never planned on making it back. So he swam out so far to the point where the genetically engineered person, brother, realized, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back to shore, so I had better quit. I had better do the right thing, the smart thing, and give up on this fight because I can't beat him if he keeps going. But Ethan Hawke, the human, the fragile body part, we can use this as a metaphor, where we've got the intellectual and we've got the body, the two experiences of self, mind and body. And that's really what this battle is. And he takes the body outside of what the mind thinks is capable and goes to a point that he doesn't think he can come back from. And nor does the genetically engineered version think he can come back from. But what you find in situations like this is that how you're imagining your body is very, very, very different than what the body is actually capable of. That our conscious experience of our body and our conscious assessment or appraisal of what our body can do is almost always wrong. And you always believe that you're much more tired than you actually are because you're getting feelings of tiredness. You're getting signals. You're getting an experience. You're getting an affect. Your body is sending you messages, but not because it can't do anything, but because it's trying to nudge you in a particular direction. So what I find on these point of no return runs is that I will go out, say, for 4 miles. And as far as my brain is concerned, the goal is 4 miles. And even on a rough day, that could be a lot. It's like I'm asking a lot of myself to run 4 miles. And I keep it contained. I don't let my decision maker, my analyzer, my left observer brain, I don't let it see the totality of what I'm doing. I only focus on going out. And it's still pretty big. And when I'm going, I can look at my watch, and this is one time where I will look at my watch, and I think it's valuable to do so. So sometimes you don't want to look at your watch, sometimes you do. And in these particular types of runs, when I look at my watch, I see, oh, I've gone 2.5 miles. I've only got 1.5 miles to go. And now the run suddenly gets easier. Even though I should be getting more and more tired, mentally I see the number decreasing, the number until that turnaround point. And then finally it's like, ooh, 3.98 miles. And there's this rush, like I'm almost done. And if you're focusing only on going out and you're not thinking about ever making it back, when you get to the point of turning around, you're filled with a positive feeling because you accomplished your goal. I did it. And now suddenly the body that didn't want to move when you were thinking about the workout, when you were getting dressed, when you were getting in the car, when you were driving, when you were getting out of the car and you were feeling your body, that experience, that consciousness is now completely transformed. And the person that has just run 4 miles in the snow in his boots, the person that was struggling to do anything, he's on top of the world because he accomplished his goal and he's feeling good. And now suddenly the actual capabilities of the body become salient. You get to experience your body consciously in a very, very different way. Your body feels different. And now it's almost like you've run up a hill. One of the things that people love about running mountains is that it's arduous all the way to the top. But then when you turn around and come back down, it's like, well, it's all downhill from here. I've already run up the mountain. It's all downhill now. And these runs bring about that same experience. The 4 miles was the uphill, and now I get to enjoy the downhill. And that's metaphorical because the return trip often has many uphills in it, literal topographical uphills that you have to run to get back to the car. But they feel like downhills because now you experience the remaining 4 miles of the return trip, you experience it getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And instead of running more, instead of running 8 miles, now I have to run 3 miles more. That's it. Ooh, now I have to run 2 miles more. That's it. Ooh, 1 mile more. That's it. Ooh, 1/4 of a mile more. That's it. So you're no longer counting up. You're counting down. And you're chipping away at the run. And only your watch is measuring the adding. Only your watch is adding up the distance and the time. Your mind is subtracting, subtracting, subtracting. And it feels better and better and better. So the person that wasn't sure he could do 4 miles and that was a stretch, now he's done 8. And maybe the last 2 miles of that run were run pretty quickly because you're feeling so good and you see this tiny run in front of you. You just see the run getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's one of the most powerful tactics that I use to get myself to do a challenging workout, the point of no return workout. And that's been a really big one that helps me on the days where I don't think I can do much, and it allows me to do a great deal. If anything in this video spoke to you, please let me know in the comments below. Or if you have questions, I'd love to answer them in a future video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and click the bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you really like the content that I create, come on over to Patreon. Your support there makes a big difference and allows me to continue creating content for you. All right, peace out.